What's up, friends, Romans, countrymen? Lend me your ears. It's been a long fucking time since I've done one of these. I don't know how many of you have been sitting there going, when's he gonna do one? When's he gonna do one? Well, let's talk. There's been a lot of shit that's been going on recently and that I have opinions about. So sit back and let's hit it. Let's start off first with this recent, well, I guess it's probably not recent because, I mean, it was going on a while ago. It stopped and then it started again. This bullshit about statues. Alright. Somebody please explain to me why it is so important to tear down all these statues. It's history, people. It happened. I mean, you can't erase history. You can't change history. I mean, it is what it is. It's stuff that happened in the past. It's over with. It's done with. I mean, it's the history of this country. It's what we're made of, where we came from, what happened previously. And you want to, like, tear all this down? It's a fucking piece of concrete, for Christ's sake. You know, it's like, even, let's say just, you know, for instance, you know, Hitler and the Holocaust, okay? You know, I mean, most people don't agree with what he did and everything and stuff, but you know what? It's history. It's because of all these things that have happened in the past and that are part of our history, which is why we are the country that we became and that we were until 8 years ago, when Obama completely destroyed what this country is and what it's supposed to be and what it became once he started all the friggin' anti-police and anti-military and started the race war crap. You know, I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, it's history. You can't erase this stuff. I mean, what are you going to do now? Burn books that have history in it that you don't approve of? You know what? Who gives a fuck what you approve of? Who the hell are you? And what makes you so goddamn important that everybody has to feel and believe the same things you do? And you know something? This Antifa, whatever the fuck you call your stupid name, or however you pronounce this stupid name, you people are a friggin' joke. Alright? You know, if you stood so strongly behind your beliefs and everything, then why the hell do you need to cover up your faces behind masks? You don't see me covering up my face behind a mask, and I'm telling you guys flat out how I feel about shit. And I don't hide myself, because I'll stand behind what I say, because it's the way I feel. And you know something? If my opinions and everything offend you, I couldn't care less. I do not give a flying fuck if my opinions offend you. I don't give a flying fuck if anything I post on my page offends you. Get over it. You know, I'd like to know where we went from never forget to don't offend. I mean, you can call me racist, you can call me whatever you want and everything and stuff, because I mean, I agree that, you know, no one is born hating. It's taught. It's a learned thing. And you know what? 9/11 taught me to hate a certain group of people. I don't care what you think of me over it. I will never forget. I will never forgive. And I will never trust them. And they don't belong in this country, and they need to get the hell out. And you know what? And you know, all this stupid Trump bashing and everything, you know, like it or not, people, he is your president. Alright, it's a fact. It is the way it is. You know, and instead of like these people who are like rooting for him to fall flat on his face, you know, if he falls flat on our face, our country goes with him. So you should be rooting for him to do well. I mean, I've seen so many posts about this kind of stuff, and you know, so many of them are like so dead on and stuff. Like, I mean, there was one I saw, it had something to do with, you know, rooting for Trump to fail is like rooting for the pilot in the plane that you're in to crash. You know, it's ridiculous though. It has gotten to the point where that man can do nothing right. If he has a ham sandwich for lunch, he gets chastised because he didn't have a pork sandwich. You know, I mean, the media is just so ridiculous about all this stuff. All they ever do is talk about, like, you know, nothing this guy can do right. Absolutely nothing. Everything he does is wrong. He responds to the bullshit in Charlottesville. It's not enough. If he didn't reply, he would have gotten yelled at. He would have gotten chastised for not replying. No matter what. If this guy uses Charmin toilet paper, he gets chastised for not using Scott's. Okay? We have an entire government branch and all they do is work against him. He could come up with a plan that could be the absolute best thing for this country, and it wouldn't they would fight against him because it's him and he's not supposed to be there. Which, you know, I mean, that whole thing about, you know, he's not a politician, he doesn't belong there and everything. Correct me if I'm wrong, but let's see, we had a wrestler who was a governor of Minnesota, and everything I heard, he did fantastic. We had an actor who was governor of California. I heard that, from everything I heard, that he was good for that state. And we had an actor that was a president. So why can't we have a millionaire? I mean, you know, it's just, you know, I just don't understand any of this stupidity. I really don't. As I was saying before, you can't erase history. History is history. It all happened for a reason. Everything that has happened in the past has led up to what we live in now and where we live in. You know, and you know, this bullshit with North Korea, you know, I think it's friggin' fantastic to finally have a president that has a pair. You know, I can't remember the last time that we had a Democratic president that has a pair. Democrats never have a pair. They never do. It just seems the way it is. I mean, Jimmy Carter, he didn't have a set. When the embassy in Iran got overtaken and everything and stuff, you know, I mean, he just basically pussyfooted around. You know, I mean, yeah, he put together a friggin' rescue mission, but you know, the rescue mission was a joke. It was doomed from the get-go. You know, I mean, it's nice to see that we finally have a president with a set of balls. You know, I mean, we need, and I've been saying it for a while now, you know, I mean, we need to be a country that is feared once again. Where, you know, I mean, you slap us, we punch you in the face. You know, and I'll guarantee you, fucking, there's a lot of these countries that used to fuck with us are not laughing anymore. I mean, some of them are laughing, and you know what they're laughing at? They're laughing at you people. Because you know something? While we are fighting amongst ourselves and everything, all you people are managing to do is divide the country even further. And you know what? A divided country is easier to conquer. Because we're too busy fighting amongst ourselves and stuff to even pay attention to them. You know, I mean, you got some fat fucking friggin' Korea threatening to launch missiles at us, and you people are worried about a piece of concrete. You know, it's just complete and total stupidity. It has to end. It's just, younger generation, you're just a bunch of friggin' whiny little bitches. That's all you are. Just a bunch of whiny little bitches. You throw your little temper tantrums because you don't get your way. And something offends you and it has to be changed. I don't know what else to say. It's just, you know, it's just out of whack. It really is. And you know, I mean, whether you do or don't agree with like the KKK and things like that and stuff, you know, I mean, honestly, you know, I mean, they have a constitutional right to say what they want to say, and it's protected. You don't have to agree with it, but you can't stop them from saying things. But there's a lot of different groups in this country that say what they want to say, but they say it peacefully. They don't feel the need to beat people with baseball bats and pepper spray them and hit them with bike locks and break windows and everything else that friggin' stupid Antifa and friggin' Black Lives Matter does, and all this happy horse shit. You know, I mean, and I mean, you know, this Black Lives Matter, I mean, you know, you guys fought in the 60s and everything and stuff to like end segregation and everything, and all you guys are calling for now is to segregate yourselves. You guys want to be separate from white people because, you know, we're all evil. Because we're slave owners. Well, you know something? I didn't own any slaves. I never have. My parents didn't own any slaves. They never did. My grandparents didn't own any slaves. They never did. You know, and black people were the ones who started the slave trade in the first place. Look back in history. Look into it and research it before you open your mouths. You guys sold yourselves. So, you know, it's just, everybody, you guys all have fucking blinders. You know, you see things one way and you don't like look into the facts and everything before you start running your damn mouths. You know, and you don't know what you're talking about. And all your arguments and complaints and everything is just based on a whole lot of bullshit. You're just all full of shit. Alright. So, but I guess I'll shut up for now. I thought I was gonna rant and rave some more. I think I've ranted and raved enough. I'm sure there's other things that I was thinking of previously, but you know how it happens when you come down to it and everything, in the heat of the moment and everything, you kind of like forget things and everything. And I'm sure as soon as I hit stop, I'll be like, oh shit, I forgot. But alrighty, so you all take it easy, and someday we'll get number 50. Ciao.